Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here for the holiday double dream shot research event, and we are going to start off with 10 apples, which we don't really need, but you know what? It'll help. It's something we can put into the pot later, and I'm really hoping that with this 9,319 sneaky snacking, that means that we can get a decent amount of ingredients. Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and collect the ingredients just to let these guys go ahead and start getting some more. Clear out that inventory space because we are kind of getting a little bit concerningly low. Getting some skill triggers there is very nice. Getting 36 coffee beans there is even more nice. Let's go ahead and grab these candies. Quagsire, skill trigger from you. Well, that's to be expected. You were very good about that. Refilling 26 every time it triggers too. Very nice, very nice. Quagsire stays topped up with no effort, but especially with a double trigger there, the whole team gonna be super stoked and ready for the day. All right, now that they are collecting what they're gonna collect, let's grab our 200 sleep points, and that's gonna put us at a grand total of 6,707. We are very close to that main skill seed being in the regular shop. We only got a couple more days. All right, our daily lottery, we can get a small ingredient ticket. Not great, but it might help if we get lucky on the rolls. But it's just gambling. I did use some earlier in the week just to see what I would get. Not much helpful. But anyway, let's jump into this sleep report. See if maybe we can find something a little more helpful than a small ingredient ticket. Should be something very nice, but let's see. Let's see what we got going on. With gonna be probably 9 hours. Oh, 9 hours 48 minutes. Yeah, that's right, I did oversleep a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Slumbering, yeah, I'm still kind of tired, very tired. Dozing type though, interesting. Definitely was expecting a slumbering there, but dozing type, it is pseudo balanced, so it doesn't really matter. 152 million drowsy power. We are getting close to actually, I don't think we're close to our record because I think good sleep day gave us like 200 and something million, so we're not close, but we are close to our natural record without any bonuses applied. There's a holiday Eevee and and a Alolan Vulpix. All right, I think that is the last Eevee that we need. And we've got, hey, there's a Snover in there. I see you, Snover. We've got Gulpin, Delibird, Bonsley, Squirtle, Venusaur, and Snover. Already 18,000 Dream Shards, and we haven't even got to the new ones. We got 3 new ones. Ah, that's what I forgot. I forgot to use an incense last night. I mean, it wasn't going to be anything special, Metapod incense or something, just to increase the amount of Dream Shards we get, but I did forget. I meant to do that every night this week, but it's all good. All good. We're going to grab this Eevee sleep style, the 2-star sleep, gift-giving sleep. That is the last one that we need for Eevee. Very nice. And that's going to be 1 out of the 3. What else we got? We know the Alolan Vulpix is another one. That is probably going to be the 2-star sleep. Oh no, the 1-star. That's right. I think we started with the 2-star sleep. So not a lot of extra Dream Shards there. All right. So we're looking pretty good so far. Half the Alolan Vulpix already. Can we get the Alolan Ninetales just to complete all of them? That would be nice. Ooh, no, it's Bayleaf. Okay. Bayleaf ought to be a decent amount of Dream Shards. Let's see. 1,455. That's not bad. It all adds up. It all adds up. All right. Only the 3-star left for Bayleaf too. Nice. Very nice. All right. So what do we want to catch here? For sure the Alolan Vulpix. Of course the Bayleaf is hungry. We have a BFS Chikorita. We don't need the Bayleaf. Gulpin, you know what? Maybe, just maybe we get that Gulpin. But I think for now, we have a couple of priorities. I think priority number 1 is going to be the Vulpix. That's going to be priority number 1. I do have a good Walrein, but I don't have a BFS Walrein. And BFS Vulpix would definitely help if we can get lucky and get that. That would be very nice. That would be very, very nice. So, with any luck, that's what we got. And then I want to catch that EV2, but I'm not entirely sure that now is the right time. I'm going to give it one biscuit and hope that we see another one later this week. Give it the one biscuit. Okay, it didn't go big hit, so I was kind of basing it off that. If it went big hit, then maybe I feed it some more. Then I probably would have fed it some more. But for now, we'll just leave it with the one, and then that way we can catch it with a premium next time. However, definitely got to take a shot at this gulpin. Maybe we'll get that crate cap for Christmas. No, we didn't. We did not. Gulpin, are you going to be mean to me? If I feed you one more biscuit, are you going to get full? Has everybody just, been getting too many biscuits this week, so they're not really all that hungry and getting full? Or are you always hungry? No, you're full. Well, we tried. We tried. I do also want to make sure we take home the Snover. Let's get that done and dusted. And Delibird, I know you're really the best for eggs, but you just take so much to take home. So much. Honestly, I even thought about using that Master Biscuit. But I don't like that gamble. I don't like that gamble. We gambled there. Didn't get the crit cap either. So we tried. At least we tried. All right. I think that's where we're going to stop. As much as I would like to catch the Squirtle and try to get an ABB, we still got a couple days left. I want to save the biscuits we do have because we're getting kind of low. And we've still got 3 more sleep research to go through. So I think, yeah, we're just going to wrap it up. I can always go and hunt Squirtle at the beach if I feel like I really need to. And currently at this point, I don't know that I really need to. So, yeah. Again, we have an issue where is it rare candy or new candy that is the right call? And I'm going to go with rare. Yet again, no one has told me not to do that. So, I'm going to assume that's what you guys want, and I'm going to keep sending out the rare candy. So more Delibird candy coming out. Hopefully, a lot of people are seeing Delibird, and there's a bunch of Delibird candy going around this week. That would be nice. But we did get 26,500 Dream Shards today. Very good. Very good. Especially considering we spent so many yesterday. But let's check and see. Alolan Vulpix, level 13 and Bashful. I don't know that Bashful is super helpful for us, but let's see what's going on. We definitely did not get BFS at level 10, but we got ABC. Can't complain about that on a berry specialist. That's not too bad. All right, let's see what we did get. Extra helpful is nice, yes. Ooh, helping bonus. That's a good start. I think helping bonus automatically makes this one better than the one we caught last time, which was just kind of okay, but at least even if the rest of this is just kind of okay, at least the helping bonus helps the rest of the team. So maybe that's a good thing. Helping speed S is pretty good. I mean, we do want you to go fast. Ingredient finder, not so much. Skill level up, it's an okay capstone ability for this. I mean, I'm not really focused on the main skill for this. The main skill is more of a like, if it happens, that's nice, but I'm not trying to prioritize it. But Bashful, okay, Bashful is neutral, so that's neither good nor bad. It's not desirable, but it's neither good nor bad. So let's see, Berry Strength alone, it is going to get a huge buff from helping bonus. Not as much of a buff as I thought it would. Okay, wow. This is looking about similar to what I think that other Vulpix was. So again, even if it's about the same, I'm thinking this one is still better just because at least this one helps the rest of the team. Plus, there's nothing really dragging it down. I mean, inventory up M is not desirable, but it's not ingredient finder. Helping speed does help at level 50. It's something usable, but I don't know if it's something usable in place of a wall rain, especially the wall rain we've already invested in. That thing is level 40 something. Maybe if I was on an off week, and just wanted a couple berry finders and I'm on Snowdrop. This one with Wall Rain, they both have helping bonus, so that would be nice. But on its own, it's okay. Definitely could do better. I mean, 26 to 47.5% chance of catching a better one. So we definitely could do better. But this one's not bad. I think I'm going to save this one. Yeah. We're going to save this. We're going to save it. Level 13. Oh. All right. Not terrible. Not terrible. Not a terrible way to start. Let's see if this next Pokemon can change my mind. Berry 52, helping bonus on the Vulpix, and then we've got Snover. You, buddy, I really need you to show up today. I need a win on these Snovers. It's been so bad. Why am I missing Snover? Where are you? Where are you, buddy? Where? There you are. Okay, level 15 and Modest. Let's find out. Ooh, we got the right start. We're off to a good start. ABB, that's what we want to see. All right. Come on. Buddy, I don't even want to look. All right. Ooh, energy recovery bonus is not great. Definitely would have preferred helping bonus, but helping speed M, that's pretty all right. Skill trigger M, not great. Inventory up S at level 75. That's so far away. Yikes. Ingredient finder S at level 100. If it has an ingredient finding nature, we might be able to make this work because at least it's ABB. It is ingredient finding up, and speed of help down on ingredient finders is not the worst. So we might be able to make this work. This might just work. Let's see, at level 60, will it outperform the one we have? It probably, no, it almost certainly will. Because the one we have is not, let's go ingredient count B. The one we have is not ABB, it's ABA, I think, or ABC. It's definitely not ABB. So this one at level 60 will for sure outperform it. And PR 92, I think that's a little high for what this is, especially not getting ingredient finder earlier on, but that helping speed M does help substantially. That does it balance out the speed of help down? I can't remember if speed of help down on natures is 10 or 20%. But helping speed M is 14% buff, so it might wash out to an extra 4%, or at the very least it's only minus 6%, so that's not the worst. However, ingredient finding to start with is very nice. I think this is very high. I don't think this is quite what I would rate this. Definitely not a 93. But we are getting skewed by these high free 100s, so let's turn those off, actually. Let's turn those off. 90. That's still higher than I would expect. I think this is, again, getting skewed by all of this. I don't think that at level 30... I mean, yeah, no, I take that back. Level 30, when you unlock eggs, if you didn't have eggs there, then yeah, it would be further down. Level 30 does make sense. Level 50, getting skill trigger, I don't think should be that high. That probably should be closer to around the middle, because that's not really helping get eggs at all. Level 60, that makes sense. Getting eggs again. 75, inventory up, that does help. Ingredient finder at 100 also helps. I don't know. I don't think this is a 90. I think this is closer to a 75, 80, but it's still better than what we have. It's the best ABB we've caught so far. By a long shot, actually. So, still happy with it. Still going to keep it. Possibly might invest in it. I do want to get through the rest of the week, try to catch a couple more Snovers, see if we can get a better one. And if we don't by the end of this week, since we got the boosted spawns for ice types, if we don't catch a better Snover by the end of this week, I think we're in a really bad spot. Let's 92 on ingredient count B. Okay, let's check just raw ingredient strength. Yeah, this I think is more accurate. Would I say it's 65? Yeah, possibly, but it is gonna get better. Yeah, in my estimation, this is somewhere between the ingredient strength and the ingredient count B, specifically since we're only using it for eggs. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely going to keep it. Definitely going to make it work, because I have a feeling we're not going to catch a better one. As hard as it's been to find one this good for ABB, I don't think we're going to find a better one for a while. Of course, as soon as I invest in this one, then we'll find a better one that is just, you know, perfect. But that's the name of the game. Anyway, let's move on. We got a really good Snover. We got a pretty decent Alolan Vulpix. We're in a good spot right now. Let's go ahead and move on and check and see what we got going on, because I know for a fact we have some new news, and I have no idea what it is. I just saw that there was a thing there. It's kind of what I expected. I thought that was going to be it, because I was like, I'm pretty sure we had one last year. Bet you that's what it's going to be. So not really surprised, but glad to see that they finally told us what it's going to be. Let's check the event out first. Then we will look at the bundles. Let's see. The event, New Year 2025. 2-week-long event. Nice. This 2-week-long event is a special time when Pokemon who arrived in Pokemon Sleep in 2024 are more likely to appear. So all the new Pokemon we got in 2024, and that does include Ralts, because that came in January of 2024 with Lapis. So nice. During this event, certain Pokemon such as Dratini, Aron will appear on Greengrass Isle. Dratini and Aron will appear on Greengrass Isle. I'm assuming that also Ralts will as well. That would be silly if it didn't. Also, the event exchange, where you can trade Dream Coins for various items, will be available. Nice. How do we get Dream Coins? Additionally, you'll be able to use the Candy Cramomatic function during the second week of the event. So, Cramomatic's coming back. Make sure that we use that. That's going to be real fun. We plan to have different bonuses and Pokemon with greater appearance rates for the first and second week of this event. It's easy to let our sleep become inconsistent this time of year, so we hope you and your helper Pokemon can start off your year with good, consistent sleep. We hope you're looking forward to the event. The event starts Monday, December 30th, which is this Monday. So as soon as the holiday event is over, the New Year's event starts. So 3 weeks of event. We're going to be kind of tired after that second week of the New Year's event, but still pretty great. Also, even better, it's on all areas, but December 30th through January 13th, all areas. You can go to any island you want, which is just fantastic. The missions will run the same time period, December 30th through January 13th. No worries there. The event exchange will end Wednesday, January 15th, so a day earlier than usual. I'm pretty sure they used to end on Thursdays, but a little bit earlier this time. So it'll end on Wednesday the 15th, so make sure to use all your Dream Coins by then. The following effects will trigger in the applicable areas during the event. All days, December 30th to January 12th, Pokemon of different sleep types will appear, so we got pseudo-balanced yet again for another 2 weeks after this, and then certain Pokemon will be more likely to appear during sleep research. The limited time event exchange will be available. And during week 1, December 30th to January 5th, candies gained from the first sleep research of the day will be multiplied by 1.5. Nice. So we get extra candies. And the chance of each helper Pokemon's main skill triggering will be multiplied by 1.25. Nice. Across the board, not just for a single type. Very good. And main skill levels are boosted by 1. Very nice. All right. So it's all about candies and main skills in week 1. Week 2. We get 1.5 times the usual number of Dream Shards. Oh, another Dream Shard boost? Ooh, okay. 1.5 times the usual number of Dream Shards. Not quite as good as the double, but I'll take another 1.5 because Dream Shards are very valuable. Final strength gains from dishes will be multiplied by 1.25 or 2.5 for extra tasty dishes or 3.75 for extra tasty dishes on Sunday only. The limited time function Candy Cramomatic will be available. I wish the Cramomatic was both weeks. That would be nice. But we might run out of candies by the time we get to the end of the second week, but that's not necessarily a bad problem to have. On January 1st, our Drowsy Power will be multiplied by 3, which January 1st is going to be, I think that's like a Thursday? No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, yeah. So, middle of the week, we might have a decent Drowsy Power score by then to also then multiply by 3, so that'll be really nice. But then also Thursday and Friday is multiplied by 1.5. So, yeah, lots of candy, main skills, and the Drowsy Power boost for the first week. That'll be pretty good. the Pokemon you can encounter in each area. So since we can go wherever we want, maybe that is a whole list. I'm going to leave that right there on screen. If you want to pause and read that, that is a lot. So let's get into it. Slightly greater appearance rate will be Vulpix, Ninetales, Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, Ralts, Curlia, Gardevoir, Gallade, Dedenne, Stuffle, Beware, Comfey, and Cramorant. Greater appearance rates only apply to the areas where each Pokemon appears, so they don't necessarily all show up on green grass. On green grass Isle specifically, Vulpix, Ninetales, Dratini, Ralts, Dedenne, and Stuffle, so all three of the Lapis Pokemon are coming back to green grass for a minute. Comfey and Cramorant. They will only be there for the event only. Makes sense. On Cyan Beach, Comfey and Cramorant. On Taupe Hollow, Vulpix and Ninetales. Snowdrop Tundra, Cramorant. Lapis Lakeside, Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, Ralts, Curlia, Gardevoir, Gallade, Dedenne, Stuffle, Beware, and Comfey. And on Old Gold Power Plant, Dedenne. Maybe a good time to hunt another Dedenne. Or a new Dedenne if you don't have one yet. Might be a good time. Alright, so that's week 1. Week 2... that's a lot. Okay, so week 2, a slightly greater appearance rate. Wooper, Quagsire, Sneasel, Aeron, Lyron, Aggron, Shinx, Luxio, Luxray, Drifloon, Drifblim, Weavile, Grubbin, Charjabug, Vikavolt, Mimikyu, Sprigatito, Florigato, Meowscarada, Fuecoco, Crocolore, Skeledirge, Quaxly, Quaxwell, and Quackwaval. They only apply where they normally appear, so... Green Grass Isle, Wooper, Quagsire, Sneasel, Aeron, Shinx, Drifloon, Weavile, Grubbin, Mimikyu, Sprigatito, Florigato, Meowscarada, Fuecoco, and Quaxly. Aeron, Shinx, and Grubbin will only be on green grass during the event. Makes sense. On Cyan Beach, Wooper, Quagsire, Fuecoco, Crocolore, Skeledirge, Quaxly, Quaxwell, and Quackwaval. Taupe Hollow, Wooper, Quagsire, Fuecoco, Crocolore, and Skeledirge. On Snowdrop Tundra, we have Sneasel and Weavile. Might be a good time to hunt them too, because I still don't have one. And then on Lapis, we've got Sprigatito, Florigato, Meowscarada, Quaxly, Quaxwell, and Quackwaval. And on Old Gold Power Plant, Wooper, Quagsire, Aeron, Lyron, Aggron, Shinx, Luxio, Luxray, Drifloon, Drifblim, Grubbin, Charjabug, Vikavolt, Mimikyu, Sprigatito, Florigato, Meowscarada, Fuecoco, Crocolore, Skeledirge, Quaxly, Quaxwell, and Quackwaval. Nice. Lots of boosted spawns. Definitely makes sense. Dream coins. This is what we want to know. You can exchange dream coins for other items at the event exchange. You can check to see how many dream coins you have at the event exchange. Blech, I lost my spot. You can check to see how many dream coins you have at the event exchange. Dream coins won't go into your bag's item pocket. You can only obtain dream coins during the event. After the event ends, you can still exchange dream coins until the event exchange closes. You will lose any remaining dream coins once the exchange period ends. Cool. You can only obtain dream coins during the event. After the event ends, you can still exchange dream coins until the event exchange closes. You will lose any remaining dream coins once the exchange period ends. So they seem to function pretty much just like the mains did for the legendary beast events. So that's good. Good to know. I like the event shops. It's nice to be able to buy some extra stuff whenever we get a chance. Before we continue with this, we are running a bit low on time. Let me go ahead and get breakfast done and out of the way, and then we'll finish that up real fast. We already collected from everybody, so we're just going to make breakfast and be done with it. We don't have to go around. We already know what we got. Good stuff. We're going to throw in some corn. We're going to hope this goes extra tasty. And also, I was doing a little bit of math last night. Scary, but I was doing a little bit of math, and we're going to get pretty close to possibly making it to Master 20. I don't know why I thought Great 2. Master 20. We might get pretty close to Master 20. I think Master 19 is almost guaranteed at this point. We've got, including this meal that we just made, roughly 900,000 strength that we're going to get just from cooking. So yeah, another 800,000 from 1.6 million puts us at 2.4. So only 200,000 extra that we need to make up either through extra tasties or berries and sneaky snacking. So, I mean, that's not a lot. And we've still got, basically 2.5 days plus Sunday, which has a good chance of us getting at least one extra tasty, which would be an extra 200k on its own just for that one extra tasty on Sunday. So Master 19, I think, is pretty much guaranteed at this point. And if things go really well, we might actually hit Master 20. but that's for later on. For now, let's jump back into this and make sure that we understand everything quite well. We're already done with the dream coins. How do we get dream coins? That's what we want to know. Probably going to be the exact same as the mains from the legendary beast, like I was saying. So sleep research in the event areas. This is the main way to get dream coins. The number of dream coins you get depends on the species of Pokemon and the sleep styles you find them in. Makes sense. Also, limited time missions. We can get dream coins by completing limited time missions, which was, I think, the same with the mains. So that'll be good. Good to see what those missions are going to be, though, as well. That's going to be really nice. I'm really interested in what's going to be in that exchange shop. In rare cases, you can get dream coins from other researchers in your research community who are also participating in the event, same as the mains, so seems like it's going to function exactly the same. The higher your closeness with the researcher, the more likely you are to receive dream coins from them. So make sure that you've got a full friends list, and if you don't, join the Discord in the description below and go put your friend code in the friend code section of the Discord. Get your friends list filled up. Even if they're not at level 5 friends during this event, at least you can start working on them for the next one, and there's still a chance a level 1 friend will give you some dream coins. So do that. And let's see, the limited time special gift will be distributed only to those who do not have the research community button on their main menu. Okay, so this is for underage accounts that aren't allowed to do friends. So they will get 70 dream coins for free in their gift box beginning of the event's first week, December 29th at 1 p.m. and again at the beginning of the second week, January 5th at 1 p.m. So if you aren't able to get friends on your account, no worries, you will get some extra dream coins to make up for that. You'll get about 140 of them. This applies to players who log in before January 12th, so you do have to log in and make sure you get it. And then if your gift hasn't arrived, please restart the app and check your gift box. The event exchange, ooh, they're actually telling us a little bit. Oh, a main skill seed. All right, so in the event exchange, we will be able to get a Poke Biscuit, Great Biscuit, and main skill seed, and more. Very curious what that's going to be. In the past, it's been elemental stones, so I'm wondering if we're going to get other evolution items in there as well. Maybe the Razor Claw, since that came out this year, so maybe that will be in there. Maybe we can get a cheap one for our Sneasel. Also, a few Poke Biscuits and Handy Candy Smalls will be added at a slightly lower exchange rate during the second week of the event, so keep an eye out for that during the final stretch. The limited time function Candy Cram-O-Matic, that's a good thing. Glad to see that coming back. A lot of information in this news. So, only during the second week of the event, you can use the Candy Cram-O-Matic from the home screen. If you spend Dream Shards and feed 40 of your Pokemon candies to the Candy Cram-O-Matic, you will get one M-size candy of a random type. On rare occasions, you'll get a great success when you use the Cram-O-Matic. When you get a great success, you'll receive 2 M-sized candies. Also, depending on the type of Pokemon candies you feed the Candy Cram-O-Matic, certain types of Pokemon candies are more likely to come out. Candy Cram-O-Matic use examples. Feed it 40 Bulbasaur candies, which are all grass type. The candy that comes out is slightly more likely to be a grass type Candy M. Feed it 30 Bulbasaur candies and 10 Pikachu candies. The candy that comes out is slightly more likely to be grass type and very slightly more likely to be electric type. Notes: this function can be used up to 4 times a day, which is the same as it was before. Each time this function is used, it will consume more Dream Shards than the previous time, so go ahead and save your Dream Shards from this event for that. Hopefully you didn't spend them all in one place. I do remember this being very expensive. I think at the time I only did 3 uses per day. I don't think I did 4, except for maybe once or twice. Because it does add up. I think it ended up being somewhere around 60,000 Dream Shards a day if you used all 4. Somebody put the real amount in the comments below. Pretty sure I got that wrong, but I think it was around 60,000. So, save your Dream Shards if you want to use that Candy Cram-O-Matic. It is actually a pretty good feature, especially since you get M candies. I mean, if you just throw in some random stuff, try to get some random type M candies, those can be very good for future legendaries or anything you want, really. But it is a very good feature. It's nice to convert some unwanted candies into more usable candies. And then the notes are probably all just the same old, so we're not going to go through that. Yep, looks like it, other than saying, hey, you know, after the event, all the stuff that's on green grass will go back to its usual home. We already knew that. We went over that. All right. So we have been there for so long that the news has broken. So let's see. We've got the bundles now. Let's talk about the bundles. Looks like there's a lot in those bundles. Okay, so let's see what we got. Thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep. 2024 is nearly over, and to accompany the New Year 2025 event, New Year Bundles Volume 1, Small, Medium, and Large, will be available beginning December 29th at 10 p.m. We've prepared some bundles of items that include incense, such as Dratini incense and Dedenne incense, for Pokemon that arrived in Pokemon Sleep during January and June of 2024. So the first half of the year, that's good. That's good stuff, especially that Dedenne incense. Might have to check that out. Bundle Medium and Large include items such as Great Biscuits and a main skill seed, which can help you befriend and raise Pokemon. Additionally, Bundles Volume 2 Small, Medium, and Large will be available beginning January 5th at 10 p.m. for the second week of the New Year 2025 event. These bundles include incense such as Wooper and Mimikyu incense for Pokemon who arrived in Pokemon Sleep in the latter half of the year. We hope that you'll meet these Pokemon during the event by using these incense. So, very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. Let's check and see what's in them. So, Volume 1, which is the first week and the first half of the year, 600 diamonds. Kind of steep, but already looking pretty good. 12 Poke Biscuits, 7 small handy candies, 4 small dream clusters. So that's about 10,000 dream shards if you're at level 60. 7 small handy candies. Y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of handy candies because we get a ton of them anyway. However, 12 Poke Biscuits for 600 diamonds, that's a pretty good deal. And the rest is just kind of an icing on the cake. So I do like this bundle. It's not bad. I think that's like half off the biscuits plus all the other stuff for free. So not a bad bundle. Medium bundle, 2,000 diamonds, which is a discount on the Great Biscuits because that would normally be 2,400 diamonds, plus a main skill seed, plus a Dratini incense, plus a Ralts incense, plus a Stuffle incense, plus a Comfey incense. Not bad stuff. Not bad stuff. The main skill seed is pretty valuable. The biscuits, you're getting a discount on it, and you're getting the main skill seed for free. I like this one. I don't know that I'm the biggest fan of all the incense that comes with it because most of those are fairly easy to find. If you go to Lapis during a pseudo-balanced time, except for Comfey. I don't even remember where Comfey spawns because once it got added to the game, I forgot it was in the game. So, I'm pretty sure it's on the beach. Comfey may be pretty easy to find on the beach in a pseudo-balanced scenario, so I don't know. I feel like these are going to be kind of easy to find during the event, so I'm not really the biggest fan of the incense. However, the large bundle, 5,000 diamonds. 5,000. It's a lot. But you get 8 Ultra Biscuits, 25 Great Biscuits. So you're basically paying the price of the Great Biscuits and getting everything else for free. 8 Ultra Biscuits, 1 main skill seed, 1 sub skill seed. Very nice, very good stuff. A Dedenne incense, which I do think is actually valuable because how hard it is to find a Dedenne in the first place. Vulpix incense and Cramorant incense. Definitely the Dedenne incense is the most valuable of the incenses in that bundle, but it's a steep price. 5,000 diamonds is a lot, but it's not a bad bundle. I think all of these bundles, at the very least, are, yeah, it's not bad. Pretty neutral, but I really like this cheap bundle, 600 diamonds. Y'all know I like the cheap bundles. For 12 Poke Biscuits, that's really good, plus 10,000 more Dream Shards. Not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but every amount of Dream Shards adds up, especially if you're going to be pulling that Cramomatic. All in all, bundle's not bad. I definitely don't have the diamonds for the medium or the large. So if anything, I'm looking at the small bundle for my own purchase, but all in all, not bad. Not bad. I definitely can't say that I would tell you to stay away from any of them, except for maybe the medium bundle. I definitely think the medium bundle is the weakest of the 3. But it does have a main skill seed, so it's still pretty good. Still pretty good to get that main skill seed plus 12 Great Biscuits. I mean, that's not bad. All right. Bundles Volume 2. This is going to get interesting. So we've got Volume 2 Small, 250 diamonds, gives you 5 biscuits. So again, half off of the Poke Biscuits, plus a Wooper incense, which could be very good if you still need a good mushroom gatherer. Wooper, in my estimation, is the best mushroom gatherer in the game right now. So if you need mushrooms, could be pretty good to get that. But again, Whooper's kind of easy to find, but 250 diamonds, you basically, I mean, you're getting the Whooper instance for free, so can't really complain too much. Medium bundle, 600 diamonds, you're getting 3 great biscuits, and you're paying the regular price for 3 great biscuits, but you also get a Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and a Quaxley incense. Again, I don't feel like they're that hard to find. So those incense are not really super valuable in my opinion, and you're paying the exact price of the great biscuits that you normally would. So again, medium bundle looking like it's the weakest of the 3 for me. But then the large bundle, 1,500 diamonds, 10 great biscuits, which are normally 2,000 diamonds, so you're getting a bit of a discount on that, plus a Grubbin incense, plus a Shinx incense, plus Raenon incense, plus Drifloon, plus Mimikyu, plus Sneasel incense. It's all right. Some of the incense are definitely more valuable than the medium bundle incense. Specifically Mimikyu and Sneasel, since they are rare. I haven't seen a Sneasel yet, I don't think. So those are more valuable. The Grubbin, Shinx, and Raenon, maybe not so much, because they're pretty easy to find. So definitely the weaker set of bundles out of the 2. The Volume 1 bundles are definitely better overall, but yeah, the medium bundle here, this Volume 2 medium bundle is probably the weakest of the 6. Probably the weakest. And then Volume 2 large, probably right behind it. Or technically right ahead of it. So Volume 2 medium, Volume 2 large, Volume 1 medium. Volume 1 large? Maybe? No. Volume 2 small. Then probably Volume 1 large, Volume 1 small. Would be kind of my priority list. That's how I'd rate them. A tier list, you might say. But none of them are particularly bad, except for this Volume 2 medium. I think that one might be a just like, yeah, don't really bother with it. Unless you were already going to buy 3 great biscuits, you might as well get the incense for free. But I don't look at that one and be like, oh, I need to get some diamonds for that. Like, that one, I don't know. That one's pretty rough. Anyway, we know how incense works, we know how main skill seeds work by now, and we also know how sub skill seeds work, so that is everything about the bundles. Yeah, I kind of gave you my thoughts already on the bundles. I'm not going to repeat it and keep you here forever. We're already running very, very late into this video, so you can probably already tell my voice is trying to give out, so we're going to go ahead and move on. Bundles, not bad. Definitely keep an eye on them if you got the diamonds for them. Most of them outside of that Volume 2 medium. Go for it if you want it. I don't really see anything too terrible there. But let me know, of course, as always, your thoughts on those bundles in the comments below. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I'm looking at something the wrong way. But let's go ahead and grab what we can get from these Pokemon here. And we'll grab our missions. And that will probably be it. We are... Actually, no. We do need to check one thing. We do need to check what our pantry's looking like. Are we to a point? I think we're to a point where I can safely swap out Vikavolt and get Walrein back on the team, and that will give us 2 helping bonus Pokemon on the team, which is very nice, very nice. Feels very good that we can have 2 helping bonus Pokemon on the team. Vikavolt, you've done a great job, but it's time for you to take a little bit of a nap. And Walrein, you've had a long enough nap. It is time for you to jump in. No, he does not have berry finding, which I don't know why I was surprised about that. I didn't say he had berry finding. I said he had helping bonus. My brain's dumb. It's been a long video. It's about time. But before I let you go, let's collect these missions. Let's see what we've got. Another 15,000 Dream Shards for going to bed on time. Very good. And our weekly missions, befriend 10 Pokemon for another 1,700 Dream Shards. And that's all we've got for now. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. How many Dream Shards we got? Let's see. We should, with what we spent yesterday, we technically started the week at 269,000, and we've got 469,000. So yeah, basically have gained 200,000 Dream Shards so far this week. So we're doing pretty good. Anyway, that is where I'm going to leave you guys for today. I might swap into Dene for a little bit, try to get an extra tasty lunch and be a little bit cheeky. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's do that now. I just now thought about it. Wasn't planning to do it, but you know, it's that time. Let's see if we can be cheeky and get to that Master 20. We're gonna try, but for now, that is where I'm gonna leave things. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, Waite, Husky Star, and JP. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join or subscribe plus button right below this video here. And while you're down there, click the link to that Discord. Come join us, get all your friends in the friend code section, and hang out with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.